Hey guys, welcome to Crowd 2. I know it's been a long time since we've all been waiting and anticipating this theme to come out. So finally, here's the day when you can start working on this theme. And yeah, we're quite excited with the following launch, and I'm sure you are as well. So, the back end of this theme is going to be very different from what you're used to with the original Crowd. So, this is why we're doing the following video and just kind of giving you a quick intro and showing you how to switch themes, how to make certain updates, and essentially just kind of show you the overall concept of this new backend that we've put together. Now, please keep in mind because this is still a soft launch, early bird launch, we still do not have the entire package of tutorials ready for Crowd 2. This is still something that we're working on. However, this video will just give you a quick insight and look into the overall structure of the theme, how it works, and because you're already familiar with how to work with a flow theme in general, working with this new backend won't be an issue whatsoever. Though it is also encouraged that you do look at some of the Kyoto documentation that we have because the concept for that backend is the same as we have for Crowd 2. Okay, so yeah, let's dive into the backend of our website. So here I have Crowd 1, I have it set up as our demo, and in your case, you'll have your own content here, but going over to the backend, head on over to Appearance and go to Themes, and you'd need to install your Crowd 2. So here I have Crowd 2 already installed. I just need to click on Live Preview first, and the reason for this is there may be certain errors that come up if you use certain plugins that are not compatible with Crowd 2 just yet. So if you do have an error, be sure to contact our support team regarding this. If your page looks like this over here, which is a complete mess, that means you're fine. There aren't any errors that come across the screen. Once again, errors they will be visible. They'll just come right across the screen, and yeah, that's when you need to contact our support team. If it looks like this, you're fine. Go ahead and activate the following theme. So click on Activate, and also before you activate this theme, we do recommend that you also use a Flow Launch plugin. That way you'll have your old Crowd theme active and users will not see the transitioning process. Okay, so once you've activated, you're taken to the following page where essentially we have a quick intro into our page structure, into how things work and so forth. So let me just go over to the front end and refresh our website first, just so we can take a look at this mess that we've created so far. As you can see, I have a ton of pages here and absolutely zero content. Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I've briefly mapped out some of the first steps that we need to take. So first things first, preview your theme, make sure that you do not have any errors, then go ahead and activate that theme. So you then want to go ahead, go over to Appearance and open up Menus. You can open this up in a new tab, and you want to make sure that you clean up the following menu. Okay, so scroll down and click on Primary Menu, click on Save, and we'll then refresh our home page once again. Okay, and now our menu is cleaned up a little bit. Okay, next off, what you want to do is look into updating some of the slideshows. Because the images were originally attached to that slideshow that you created, it will not be migrated over to Crowd 2. So one thing that you also need to take care of is your slideshows. So head on over to slideshows and find the slideshow that you were using for your home page. In my case, let's just stick with full screen slideshow. You may have one slideshow, you may have more. Find the slideshow that you were using and essentially re-add the images. So click on Add Slide and click on Add Image, And at this point, you can either drag and drop images into this upload area just as you normally would, or you can browse through your media library because all of your images and all of your content will still remain here, and just simply find the image that you used originally for that slideshow. Click on select, it'll be added here. If you want to bulk upload images, not a problem. Once again, click on add slide, select several images. Whoops, click on add image here, and then drag and drop images into this WordPress upload area. Okay, so at this point, I'll just stick with one image that I've added, and I'll just go ahead and click on update. Okay, next off, because we used a lot of widgets with Crowd 1. In Crowd 2, we pretty much do not use any widgets whatsoever. So if you do have any widgets that are not being used, or they've been used specifically on the home page, you can go ahead and draft them or delete them because they will no longer be active with Crowd 2. Okay, and our last step is to start customizing our pages or assigning page templates to them. Alright, so this is where all of the fun begins. This is actually where all of the hard work begins as well. So first of all, let's head on over to all of our pages, and at this point, what I'm going to do is just kind of take a step back, go over to our main flow theme area, and just kind of give you a quick overview of this section here. So it's very different from what you're used to in Crowd 1. We have essentially everything broken down into sections. We have introduction, whereby we simply explain this structure here. We also explain the page structure, because for every single page we have a similar screenshot explaining the page components, and you'll have certain sections that you can customize within that particular page. Okay, and then for the get started area, this area is also pretty self-explanatory. Just watch the video that we have here and you'll just kind of get a better idea. But once again, because you're switching themes, some of this process is slightly different, so best just to refer to this video that you're watching right now. Okay, and then here we have all of the settings for our header, pages, posts, galleries, and so forth. Alright, so essentially your next step would be to start customizing your pages. So what you can do is also open up the Pages tab within the Flow Theme section, and then head on over to your Pages section within this area here. And we'll need to find the home page that we're using, and you can see that it will have front page assigned right to the right hand side of it. So open up our home page, and at this point we are going to assign a home page template to it. One thing to keep in mind is that we no longer have the templates section within our right hand column. Everything has been moved over to the middle of the following page, where you have a number of templates to choose from. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click on Home Type A, and as we click here, we go into a quick preview where you can zoom in to the following page and just kind of get an idea of what that layout will look like for you. If you do not like it, go ahead and switch that page template. Once you've decided on a specific page template for your home page, go ahead and click on Apply and then Confirm. Okay, and at this point you'll see that we have a number of additional blocks unfold here. So the way our pages in general are built is all in blocks. So our first block is our slideshow, then we have our text content, then we have a grid with certain links, and as we click the following option, a number of settings unfold. You can click here to add a link. You'll then add in your image, title, and then a URL. So this could be blog posts, this could be galleries, it could be just general info, whatever it may be. You can add all of that info and details here. Okay, and then scrolling further down, we have links and columns. So this is very similar to what we originally had within our crowd. We had just the bottom or the footer of the page broken down into 3 blocks, and essentially this is what you can do within this links and columns section as well. Okay, and another cool option or two other options is that you can take these areas and you can actually drag them around and change their order. So if I want to take my text content and put it under my grid, simply take the following area and drag it right underneath the grid. That way you'll have your slideshow, then you'll have your grid, and then a text area, and then your columns. Okay, and a second cool option that we've added is the option to add additional blocks and content to that page that you're customizing. So as you can see, we have a large list of additional layouts and options to play around with. So we'll have separate videos on how to work with every specific section, or at least how the following sections are built, so you have an idea of what to expect whenever clicking something. But if you want to add an additional section to your home page, or you like the following layout, you can simply click here, and it will be added. As you can see, specialist, it will be added right above your footer placeholder. So at this point you can decide where exactly you want to have this area. So you can drag it to the top of the page, and let's say have it right under your grid with links. Or if you do not like the following layout, you can remove this completely and just have your slideshow, and then have the following special listing. Open up the following settings and select start customizing. So select your blog posts here. This would be the featured item listed on the left hand column, and as you can see, we have a screenshot and everything here is labeled accordingly. We have featured item under letter A, then we have listing, and then we have call to action. So as you can see, these settings are also labeled accordingly. We have a section A, which is our featured item, then we have B, which is for listings, and then we have C, which is call to action. So all of these sections are labeled accordingly, and it's easy to know which area you're customizing, referring to one of the following screenshots. Okay, and so yeah, once you've kind of built out the structure of your page, you want to make sure that you add in your slideshow, because we kind of went too far into the details here. So add your slideshow. Unfold the following settings. What you'll need to do is choose the slideshow that you want to add to your home page. In my case, it'll be full screen slideshow, and then you select one of the following layouts, whichever works best for you. Okay, and at this point, once hypothetically speaking, once you've added all of your content to the home page, your slideshow, additional info, and so forth, go ahead and click on update. Okay, and at this point, what I will also need to do, actually, hold on, I have an error here, which means I need to select a featured item. So let me select one of my existing blog posts. There we go. Now I can click on update. Never mind. Let me select this again. There we go. Alright, so now I can go over to my home page and refresh this. Alright, so as you see, I have my home page laid out, I have my slideshow, and then I have all of this content and additional information laid out. However, I still need to play around, still need to tweak it, because there are a lot of things that need to be adjusted. As you can see, we have Flow Mosaic short code coming up here, so you want to look into that as well. Look into your widgets area, remove that if it's just coming up randomly. So there will be some additional cleanup that you may want to do whenever you start customizing your pages. Okay, so the same process would apply to, let's say, your about page. You have a page that's called About Us, it can be About Me, etc., whatever it is. You open up the page, and once again, you do not look for the page template within the right hand column. You simply scroll down over to the templates section and select the template that you want to work with. So we have a type A and type B. Click on quick view, then click on apply template, confirm, and start working with the following template, or you can start customizing it and adding additional blocks to it. You can remove blocks if that is required as well, so just based on your preferences. So this basically just to give you an idea of our page templates. These are not hard-coded page templates. These are more of recommended page templates that we have for the about page or the home page, but you still have the flexibility of changing blocks, adding additional sections to that page. Okay, so once you've customized your page, you've added everything. As you can see within this specific page, a lot of it is built using flow shortcodes. So if you want to keep the flow shortcodes, you can. If not, you can use one of the following layout options that we offer and just build out and customize that page based on the layouts that we offer. Okay, so make sure that you update all of that content as well. Once done, go ahead and click on update. So this process would apply to all of your pages and all of your page templates, including your blog post listing page, gallery listing page, and so forth. If we take a look into, let's actually take a look into our galleries real quick. We'll head on over to templates once again, and here we have listing type A, type B, and type C. So select one of the following options, for example type A, then click on apply template, confirm, and then click on update once everything is ready. Okay, so you will need to play around and assign specific page templates to all of the pages that you have. Otherwise, it'll just be kind of a mess. So you will need to work individually with every single page that you have. Now, the good side is that you have or you will get to keep all of your blog posts and all of your galleries. It is not necessary to play around with the templates or change any of the options or add additional content to it, because all of that will remain within the actual theme. So as you can see, I migrated from Crowd 1 to Crowd 2, and looking at the following blog posts, I still have my category selected, I still have my featured image, and all of the following content is still here. Okay, and then the same would apply to all of my galleries. If I open up one of the following galleries, you can see that we still have our title, we have all of our categories listed out here, and as we scroll down, we have all of the images saved within that particular gallery. So all of your image content in terms of blog posts and galleries, they will remain. So the only thing that you really need to do is customize your page templates, such as about, contact, listing page, home page, etc. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the entire process and the concept of essentially how to transition from Crowd 1 to Crowd 2. Once again, I would recommend that you use the Flow Launch plugin, and I do also recommend that you head on over to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/user/flow theme. Go over to playlists and click on Kyoto. Okay, and here we have a number of videos for you to look through. So I do recommend that you look into videos, for example, like homepage template, working with templates, Kyoto contact page, footer, Instagram feed, footer settings, listing page templates, using slideshows. A lot of these sections are very, very similar to what we have in Crowd 2. So at the moment, while we're still working and tweaking the documentation for Crowd 2, please head on over to the Kyoto tutorial playlist and watch the videos based on your needs. So if you need to know how to customize your blog page or work with the page templates, find it here. We have Kyoto working with page templates 1, then we have working with page templates number 2, then we have footer settings, using slideshows, gallery settings, blog settings, etc. Okay, of course there will be certain differences because of the two different backends and themes in general. However, the concept remains the same in terms of how to customize pages, how all of those blocks work, and the the general idea remains the same for Crowd as it is with Kyoto as well. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful, and that your transition will go smoothly. Once again, if you do have any questions, contact us via chat, contact our support team if you have any errors, and yeah, I'll see you guys around later in our next videos where we'll go through Crowd 2 in more detail. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around later.